Hello, coastal lovers. So, if you have been to Kings Island from 1987 to 2019, you have probably seen or ridden this roller coaster called Vortex. This roller coaster is manufactured by Aerodynamics and is known as a custom looper. It is famous for being the first ever roller coaster to feature 6 inversions. But sadly, in October 2019, it closed for good and got torn down soon after. And now there's just a big, sad, empty plot of land in Kings Island. But what's going to replace it? Today, I'm going to share my predictions on what is going to replace Vortex. Welcome to King's Coasters. If you're brand new to this channel and have a credit count more than 20, the channel is a good place for you, and consider to subscribe to help out the channel. And before we move on, I want to say thank you so much for letting this channel hit 50 subscribers. That is just unbelievable. You coast lovers are amazing. And also, shout out to all these people on screen for making this channel hit 50 subscribers. But before we move on to the predictions, there are 2 disclaimers. 1, I'll feature a percentage of each prediction at the end of the video. 2, there will be an honorable mention, which is a B&M dive coaster like Valraven at Cedar Point. Why I don't see this happen is because the park already has a coaster with a 90-degree drop. Well, kind of. Orion has that spot covered, so I don't really think a dive coaster will make sense in Kings Island. Now I can begin the predictions on what I think is going to replace Vortex. So for the first prediction, it is a Gerstlauer Infinity like Hang Time down at Knott's Berry Farm. Kings Island does not have a coaster with a beyond vertical drop, and we know that Cedar Fair has a relationship with Gerstlauer when they added Hang Time. And also, Kings Island does not have the many coasters that go upside down. Flight of Fear, Vertigo, and Banshee are the only roller coasters there that go upside down. And the Infinity Coaster will be a good fit in this roller coaster lineup. And of course, you have to add the KCL Light Package. It's going to look stunning in Coney Mall. This Infinity will feature many inversions, a vertical lift hill, a beyond vertical drop, etc. And of course, it will feature a backstory like with Mystic Timbers and Orion. This will probably have a monster theme like with Mystic Timbers or the Beast. I see many possibilities, but that'll be it for this prediction. So for the second prediction, it's probably the most talked about, which is a mock multi-launch like Copper Strike at Carowinds. This was definitely the most talked about roller coaster that will be Kings Island's next major coaster. And like Gerstlauer, Cedar Fair has a relationship with Mack Rides when they added Copper Strike in 2019. But Kings Island has a really big gap in their coaster lineup. They're a good launch coaster. They have 2 launch coasters, which are Flight of Fear and Backlash Stunt Coaster. And both those aren't great. They just need a good launch coaster, and this coaster will fill that gap. The layout will feature many inversions, ejector airtime hills, and 2 launches. And just like Copper Strike, will feature a backstory theme. But that'll be it for this second prediction. So let's move on to our third prediction, which might be a surprise to the people. It's a Vekoma Wildcat like Vortex at Fair of Summerland, or just any new gen Vekoma. We know that Vekoma will be releasing their new generation roller coasters to the US, with Circuit Breaker at Coda Land in Texas, which is opening in 2024. And there's some other parks that can use a new gen Vekoma, like Kentucky Kingdom, Elitch Gardens, Valley Fair, etc. And Kings Island can also use a new gen Vekoma. They have nothing like it, and it will be very similar to Phoenix. Steep drop, fast transitions, ejector, and a cool setting. And will also feature a cool theme. I can see many options for the new gen Vekoma, and I won't be mad if they get something like Big Bear Mountain at Dollywood. Just any new generation Vekoma will work. But that's it for the third prediction. So for the fourth prediction, is probably the most unlikely, is the B&M Wing coaster, like X-Flight up at Six Flags Great America. The reason why this is the most unlikely is that you have Thunderbird a few hours away down at Holiday World. If Kings Island wants to add a wing coaster, it has to be different from Thunderbird, so it will be a little bit longer than Thunderbird, a little bit faster, and longer. And this wing coaster will feature many near-miss elements and theming, but it will not be themed to a bird, because Thunderbird. And this will look beautiful in Kings Island's skyline. And this will probably feature 2 back-to-back loops to honor Vortex, or any versions that will honor the past attraction. And speaking of back-to-back loops, the layout will feature a wing over drop, many versions, and possibly speed hill like the one at Fenix at Toverland in the Netherlands. Probably Fenix is the roller coaster that is the closest to the wing coaster that I'm imagining. But that'll be it for this prediction. So for our last prediction of the video, this one's a little questionable. It is an Intamin LSM swing launch coaster like Pantheon at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Why this is questionable is that Cedar Fair and Intamin do not go together because of the Shoot Through Rapids fiasco, but I hope they'll start working together again. And one of the coasters Intamin will add will be an LSM swing launch coaster to Kings Island, or just may land at another park. Let's imagine it got sent to Kings Island. They have nothing like it. The only roller coaster that goes backwards at the park is Vertigo, and this Intamin will feature a weird looking top hat right next to the Beast, airtime hills, a stall, and more. Kings Island also does not have many coasters with ejector airtime, besides Mystic Timbers. I can see many things to the Intamin, but that'll be it for the last prediction. And now, I will give the percentages of the coasters I predicted. So there are 5 places, and the least likely is the Intamin LSM Swing Launch coaster with a 10% chance. Runner-up and 4th is the B&M Wing coaster with a 15% chance. The bronze medal number 3 will be given to the Vekoma Wildcat with a 20% chance. Coming up with the silver medal is the Mock Multi-Launch with a 25% chance. And coming up in first, winning the gold medal, is the Gerstlauer Infinity with a 30% chance. I can either see this or the Mack Multi-Launch being the next roller coaster Kings Island is adding and replacing Vortex. And that will wrap up my predictions and this video. If you enjoyed this video, and if you agree with my predictions, I have a lot of content coming out for you and the public, and it would be great if you subscribe to this channel. What do you think Kings Island will replace Vortex with? And if you have any video suggestions, area made, compliments, and pretty much anything else, sign off in the comments below. And once again, thank you so much for letting this channel hit 50 subscribers. You coach lovers are killing it. You won't believe how thankful I am for each one of you guys for letting us hit a milestone. And I can't wait to look in the future when we hit the next milestone with 100 subscribers. And now it's time for some coach lovers' favorite part of the videos I make, the bloopers. Anyways, make sure to keep that adrenaline pumping, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello, coaster lovers. So if you have been to Kings Island from 1987 to 2019, you've probably seen or ridden this roller coaster called Vortex. This roller coaster is manufactured by Aerodynamics and is known as a custom looper, and is famous for being one of the Hello, coastal lovers. So if you have been to Kings Island from 1987 to 2019, you've probably seen or ridden this roller coaster called Vortex. This roller coaster is manufactured by Aerodynamics and is known for being a custom looper, and is famous for being the first ever roller coaster to feature 6 inversions. But sadly, in October 2019, it closed for good, and it got torn down soon after. And now there's just a big sad empty plot of land at Kings Island. What's going to replace it? Today, I'm going to share what's going to replace Vortex. Hello, coaster lovers. So, if you have been to Kings Island from 1987 to 2019, you have probably seen or ridden this roller coaster called Vortex. This roller coaster is manufactured by Aerodynamics and is known as a custom looper. It is famous for being the first ever roller coaster in the world to feature 6 inversions. But sadly, in October 2019, it closed for good, and it got torn down soon after. And now it's just a big empty plot of land inside Kings Island. But what is going to replace it? Today, I'm going to share my predictions on what is going to replace Vortex. Hello, coaster lovers. So, if you have been to Kings Island from 1987 to 2019, you have probably seen or ridden this roller coaster called Vortex. This roller coaster is manufactured by Aerodynamics and is known as a custom looper. It is famous for being the first ever roller coaster to feature 6 inversions. But sadly, in October 2019, it closed for good and it got torn down soon after. And now there's just a big app. Hello, coaster lovers. So, if you have been to Kings Island from 1987 to 2019, you have probably seen or ridden this roller coaster called Vortex. This roller coaster is manufactured by Aerodynamics and is known for being as a custom looper, and it is famous for being one of the not again. Welcome to Kings Coasters. If you are brand new to the channel and have a credit card more than 20, the channel is a good place for you, and consider to subscribe to help out the channel. And before we move on, I want to say thank you so much for letting me this channel. This was definitely the most talked about roller coaster. That will be Kings Island's net. We know that Vekoma will be releasing their new generation roller coasters to the US, with Circuit Breaker at Colonel Land in Texas, which is opening in 2024. There's some other parks that use the new gen Vekoma, like Kentucky Kingdom, Elitch Gardens, Valley Fair, etc. And Kings Island can also use a new gen Vekoma. They have nothing like it, and it'll be very similar to Phoenix: steep jaw, fast transitions, ejector, and a cool setting. It'll also feature a cool theme. I can see many options for the new gen Vekoma, and won't be mad if they have something like Big Bear Mountain at Dollywood. Just any new gen. Why this is questionable is that Sudafed and Intamin definitely do not go.